Okay, so I'm playing a training game here on chess.com. So I'm going to play d6. We'll see if I can get the lion defense. Playing against Nerman, 1745. That's a very respectable rating. In chess.com, that's probably equivalent to something like 1600 USEF. It's very respectable. Okay, so early deviation here. He's playing bishop d3, which is not good. Unfortunately, it's not terrible either. I wish there was something I could do to exploit it immediately, but I can't. So I'm just going to play knight bd7 and see how it goes. I'm playing a very kind of tightly coiled spring of an opening called the Lion's Cave. The general idea is to have very tight development, and the general idea is going to be centered around attacking on the king side, assuming all goes well, which it very rarely does, but one can always hope. What's that button that gives me focus mode? So you not see all this nonsense over here. Really small. Here we go. Okay, now it's better. Okay, so now I'm seeing the board a little bigger. Got lots of time on a 15-10 time control. So he's playing knight f3. This is a very predictable move. Very typical move. I really don't like it when people play this kind of early bishop d3. I just think it's just such a nonsense move, but it creates really awkward early positions, and it oftentimes creates a situation where it's like, okay, well, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this nonsense? I mean, bishop b4 is a really obvious move here. Makes a lot of sense. Gives you an opportunity to double some pawns. Bishop e7 is classic in the position. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play c6. I think c6 is a completely reasonable move. And I think that that's probably the most reasonable move that I can think of that I just know I want to make. Let's take care of that d5 square immediately. So take care of the d5 square, castles. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to keep the general lion's development. Queen c7 is a typical move. This is freeing up the knight off of the d7 square. I can play it to c5, I can play it to d6, most likely to c5. Attack the bishop, maybe relocate. Generally, this is all about winning the pawn on e4, but let's see. Okay, that's completely solid move. White's got a lot of piece development in the center. You'd think that'd be good, but the problem is where does he go from here? That's the strength of this opening for black. Is I have a pretty good idea of where my pieces want to go now after they're initially developed. I'm not sure that white can say the same. Knight c5 was an alternative, but I'm more interested in getting safely established before doing anything else. Because I think we already see a little bit of white's problem. Because he's taking a little bit more time now than he wants to. I think the best move is a4, pawn to a4, because pawn to a4 will keep me from playing b5, which is a move I definitely want to play. b5 and a5 are moves I want to play. But the interesting thing is that now he's gotten his pieces developed, and they look good, but now where do they go? All right, this is the strength of the lion, is I've got very, very good control over the d4 square. He's not putting anything there. I've also got really, and although we share control of the d5 square, he's not going to be putting anything on it. And so where does he go? c4, maybe? Bishop c4 opens things up, but it also exposes his z-pawn, although it's still defended right now. But you know, if bishop c4, I'd play b5 immediately. Okay, so h3. What's going on here? Knight c5 is very tempting. Opens things up. But I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced that I want to do that yet. I'm going to castle first. Here might be a good time to play a3. a3, then b4 maybe. Or just play a4, which keeps me from b5. I think he definitely should play on the other side now. I now also have a hopeful target. That h3 gives me hope to have a target. I'm hoping for rook e8 and sort of some other things. All right, so his knight goes back. I think it's because he wants to play knight g4. This is an interesting move, and I think it's terrible. And I think it is just absolutely begging me to play knight c5. I'm trying to think of a reason why not to. But I think I got to just play this knight move now. I think I just absolutely have to play knight c5. If he wants to take it, I'll accept it. I'll accept the exchange. I'll take a bishop in a position where the bishop's going to be pretty strong. But now I'm double attacking the pawn, and while it's true, it's double defended, that bishop is also in the line of fire. Sure, I mean, he gets two center pawns if I make that exchange, but the thing I also get is I also get a backwards pawn, and that's a target, hopefully, if I can get the rook to d8 in time. So we'll see. So can I play this, rook to c8, and I am just not following this. I'm not following the logic of that move. I honestly don't really know what he's doing. I think maybe he wants to open up the c file if I take with the knight. I think that's the general idea of what he's going to do. But I think what I'm going to do now instead is I'm going to pin the bishop. So the idea is if I, now that the rook's on d8, I'm not only looking to maybe attack the backwards pawn, because he wants to maybe attack on the c file with his rook, but the idea is that if I take on e4, he only has one defender, because if he takes with the bishop on e4, so if knight takes pawn, knight takes pawn, knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, then the queen falls to the rook. So that's the general idea here. Slow build up, nothing rushed. If you're curious about my next moves, development-wise, bishop e6 is coming, and then hopefully b5 and a5. I mean, so far I've gotten a lot of what I wanted. White's development is very cumbersome, and he has not been able to really do anything with his pieces while mine are making threats. So Black definitely has the initiative. Black's not winning, but Black has the initiative. Yeah, that's probably the best move in the position. I would imagine that is the best move in the position. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. So he needed to make that move, and now I get to make my b5 move. Maybe I get to make b4 afterwards. I think the smart move here is rook to d1, rook f to d1, maybe. Get some counter pressure. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So now I'm just going to make my logical developing move as well. So now we're moving a little bit more of a closer pace. White's starting to get with the program a little bit. So I think h6, g5 might be coming. I don't know though. That bishop is frustrating. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know that h6, g5 is right. Maybe h6, knight h7, g5, something like that. I don't have to attack on the king side though. That's normally where I'll attack, but I've got a lot of space. I've got a lot of space on the queen side, and that's actually where my bishops are pointing, so that's probably where I should be going. So a3, that's a no-brainer. I'm playing a5 now. So I think that black's still slightly better, just because of space. This is the hard part, guessing what white's going to do. I really do not know what white's going to do now. Thinking about making that exchange for that light squared bishop now. Probably not the best idea, though. What does white do? I think maybe white should consider f4. That's probably not good, though. No, actually, that's terrible because it's defended. It's defended with a queen. Yeah, pawn f4 is terrible. What am I thinking about? I'm insane. I'm an insane man. f4 and then you can just push. Yeah, that's terrible. I should be banned from chess for making such suggestions. Well, boy, that's interesting. So when the knight goes there, I see what's going on. He just doesn't think it's going anywhere. Now I'm tempted to play. I'm really tempted to play this move. I'm really tempted to play knight knight h4 as a prelude to knight f4. It seems like a really good move. It might be a little soon. But you know what? I think now is the time. I could play h6, but I don't have to. I think I should make this move now. I don't feel the need to play h6 because I don't know about g5. I think there's a lot of pressure. Okay, so knight comes down. It's a double threat. He's looking at my knight, and he's looking at my bishop because it's a reveal threat. So I'm pretty sure this is forced. In fact, I'm absolutely sure this is forced. And I don't think I need to worry about anything getting doubled because I think everything's covered. The bishop's covered twice. I have a knight. And bishop takes, pawn takes, and if knight takes bishop, then knight takes knight, and I think we'll be fine. Yeah. And knight takes knight. And that pawn is still defended. That bishop has got a really good square it can go to, and I don't know if he can stop it getting to that square. That bishop looks like it's going to c5. And that is not good. If only I could lock that e4 pawn in place. Man, that would be gorgeous. Yeah, it's got to go there. It's absolutely got to go